Supernanny Jo Frost tells parents get your priorities straight over back-to-school trend. Hello friends, welcome to my channel. For the latest news update, please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. Ahead of the autumn term, which is now in full swing, the parenting expert shared her thoughts on social media posts she'd seen of children as young as 7 filming their back-to-school morning routine, a time when family connection should be at its most highest. A smooth operation of a well-practiced routine of breakfast together, life skills accomplished, a mindset of focus and attention, and the privilege to be educated. It is bad enough seeing how many parents are dependent on iPads and screens in the morning as babysitters, turning into bad habits and chaotic mornings, but please now this. Arguing against the idea that this viewpoint is shaming mums and dads, she added, "This is not shaming. This documents the process of choosing an outfit, putting on makeup, tidying their room, and packing a bag for their followers." However, the format has caught on, as a number of recent posts show primary school-age children emulating the trend, some even doing multi-step skincare routines, applying heavy foundation, or making coffee for the camera. Others are centered more around the parent's perspective, seemingly designed to show the reality of getting the kids up and ready for the day. But Jo, get your priorities straight, she implored. Let children be children. Let children wake with bedhead, not produce parents. They need hugs, a warm smile, a morning kiss, not you with a set-up camera producing or allowing it. Although the intention may be to help other families relate, or perhaps to make the return to school more fun for your little ones, there's evidence that suggests filming can be harmful to their development. Caregivers or relatives sharing information about their children online can have negative consequences for children's privacy, autonomy, and emotional well-being, adding, "Parents who share may unwittingly expose their children to risks such as online harassment, identity theft, and cyberbullying." Furthermore, pressure to perform for social media can put children's emotional and mental health at risk. Report also found that some children were observing the content and activity that appeared to get the most engagement and adapting their posting behavior accordingly, including focusing on the negative aspects of their lives in the hope of receiving more likes. Since it's a relatively new phenomenon, the long-term effects of this specific form of content may not be seen for years to come. Imagine the damage of growing up with a camera constantly in your face, added at @anti_breakfast, while do you want a camera shoved in your face the moment you wake up and the video posted online without your consent? Get real. How you parent is up to you, but to help make your back-to-school mornings run smoother, over. Darcelina Warlow, a clinical psychologist specializing in neurodiversity, also highlighted the importance of sticking to a set routine each day, which is especially helpful for children with ADHD or autism who thrive in structured environments. A predictable schedule helps reduce anxiety and allows children to feel more in control, she added. Supernanny Jo Frost working overtime helping families during pandemic. The pandemic shutdown has enabled Supernanny star Jo Frost to shift into high gear, off-camera, to help parents cope with the virus and its impact on their family dynamics. That's when her popular social media accounts went off the charts, with parents seeking parenting advice, she says. That first stage was pandemonium and everybody panicked, which is typical for all of us. Frost tells the Post. Parents were having what I'd call pandemic challenges along the lines of homeschooling and creating healthy boundaries for their families, and not being on top of each other and getting irritable. Supernanny Jo Frost accuses parents of neglect for missing basic tasks. The government confirmed it would be launching a national toothbrushing campaign to revive the country's oral health and erase the burden on NHS dentists. Taking place in nurseries and schools, the program is set to encourage children to brush their teeth with fluoride toothpaste and has been given. But Jo was less than impressed, writing in a controversial Instagram post, "Parents, if you are not supervising your young children or brushing your very young, what else will schools do for parents? First potty training, now teeth brushing," the caption of Jo's post added. How many other life skill schemes will teachers have to take on, distracting them from their real role when in fact, it is actually a parent's responsibility to uphold? Where are the healthy boundaries in place The education clearly needed that teaches families the consequences of such neglect, the line between their role as primary carers and as schools. In Jo's view, a better approach would be nationwide commercial warnings of tooth decay, as this is where parents will probably see this awareness best, on their screens. She added that it's a parent's responsibility to uphold and teach their young children basic hygiene. However, not everyone was impressed, and the comments section was inundated with mixed sentiments on Jo's opinion. Love you, Jo, but consider the kids with disabilities as well and parents trying their ultimate best to brush their teeth. At Ellen Jane added, send out the super nannies. As a teacher, I couldn't agree with you more on all of this. Wow. There is no denying that tooth decay in children is a huge problem, and along with instilling good habits with brushing correctly, I think there needs to be better regulation on hidden sugar in foods which are popular with parents, Kirsty tells. The scheme has been introduced to children from the most deprived areas. These are children who have parents living on very low incomes and where they have no proper support. I know of parents who struggle to afford toothpaste or have to ration it. Not all parents are able to access help and support where others can, starting them with a toothbrush as soon as the first tooth appears, which might be as early as 5 or 6 months. Use a soft brush, suitable for babies, and give it to them to hold and play with, so that they get used to the feeling. You can use a tiny bit of fluoride toothpaste, she adds, brushing at the same time as you brush your own teeth in the mornings, so that you are modeling what to do and setting a good example. In the evening, Kirsty suggests using bath time to brush, which can serve as a useful distraction if they're not so keen. Brushing while they're sat on your lap for ease, and have them facing away from you and in front of a mirror if possible, so they can see what you are doing and see your face, where you can smile and reassure them. Using praise as positive reinforcement, ensuring you tell them what a great job they've done. Setting a 2-minute timer, whether on your phone or using a good old-fashioned toothbrushing sand timer, and using toothbrushing songs to help. Elsewhere, childcare expert Catherine Lord acknowledges that for some parents, working out how to get their children to want to brush their teeth can be a source of great difficulty. In her view, this can also be complicated should they run out of time when they have several children, or children with neurodiversity, and a stressful school run to complete. I believe that our role as caregivers goes beyond the right now, and it's imperative to support the life skills. They will need to be independent adults, Catherine adds. When I was a teacher, I saw children in reception coming to class with little black stumps as teeth. This meant they couldn't bite or chew properly, never mind the pain that this would cause and the bullying from peers. My favorite song is Brush Your Teeth, Brush Your Teeth, Give Your Teeth a Treat. Rush up and down and all around to keep them clean and neat, Catherine explains. In the morning and at night, clean them twice a day, brush up and down and all around, keep fillings well away. Hey, I sing it 3 times, normally, slowly and whisper, then fast and loud. This means I can ensure they have done all their teeth. ONAN. What on earth are you thinking? Supernanny Jo Frost slams parents for dangerous trend urging to regain control. The Wiz reckons the new trend means kids are no longer kids these days. Supernanny Jo Frost has urged parents to regain control, hitting out at mums and dads over a dangerous new trend. With the summer holidays coming to an end, the expert has now urged parents to regain control over their kids after a rise in a new trend she spotted. Social media trend that involves posting videos or photos of the process of getting ready for an event or activity. Some kids have filmed themselves getting ready for school, the expert explained. Jo, who's left outraged by the trend, has since issued a warning and urged parents regain control and enjoy the mornings as a bonding time instead. Parents, what on earth are you thinking? No, seriously. A time when family connection should be at its most high, a smooth operation of a well-practiced routine of breakfast together, life skills accomplished, a mindset of focus and attention, and the privilege to be educated. It is bad enough seeing how many parents are dependent on iPads and screens in the morning as babysitters, turning into bad habits and chaotic mornings, but please now this. instead of waking up to a camera setup ready to film content or allowing. Jo said kids need hugs, a warm smile, a morning kiss. Let children embrace your positive energy before you all go your separate ways for ours. Nobody wants grandiose children. Do you really understand what you are breeding here in your home?